Hi, everyone. Hi, my name is Heather Havenwood, and welcome. We're going to do a fun little interview today with, well, is that the right? But that way, right, with Mark and Shannon.
Hey! Hello, everyone.
I'm super excited just to have a conversation with you. I'm super excited about it. So if anyone's wondering what in the heck this interview about, this is about understanding your fastest path to cash. Right. Cash, right? And I have met Mark and Shannon over the last year, and we've had a great conversation. I'm super excited. I'm actually coming to one of their events that we're going to be talking about here in the next week or two. But I'm super excited about the fact that what you guys are doing so amazing with some badass entrepreneurs. I got to experience it. I've seen your clients. I've talked to them. They love you guys. And I'm just going to be sharing your love with the world is what this whole
very sweet of you. Well, thank you, Heather. So thanks for having us, sweetie. This will be fun.
So I know you guys are just Mark and Shannon badasses, but I'd like to give you guys the opportunity to kind of give who you are in the world, your bio, your background, and what you guys are up to.
Yeah, totally. So essentially, we're really the world's leading authority on the business of speaking. So we work with experts, speakers, and influencers. So whether you're already speaking and you want to monetize your message more, or you're not currently yet speaking and you may have been seeing yourself, like visions of yourself on stage, or you're like, I've always wanted to be a speaker, we help you with rocking the stage.
Rocking the stage.
Yeah, persuasive presentations is what we find is really important. Most business owners, most entrepreneurs, while extremely brilliant in what they do, really struggle, Heather, with being able to talk about what they do in a way that creates lean in and leads and potential clients for their business. And we see really brilliant people spinning their wheels and struggling with finding the language that gets them clients. So once you really land on your message, and it's more important now than ever, it allows you to cut through the clutter, really get noticed for what you stand for, attach your essence to your marketing, and get clients that know you're the right fit for them.
Okay. And our clients have gotten on TED Talks, Tony Robbins, CNN, The View, Good Morning America. I mean, the list goes on. So I think we're going to share a little bit about our Speak Your Path to Cash system today. And that's what our clients have used to generate close to $20 million in their own businesses. So it's very exciting.
It's very exciting. So something you just said, Mark, which I absolutely love, which is tapping into your essence into marketing. That was like a beautiful little statement. And I'd love to expand on that for just a second, if you don't mind. What do you mean by tapping into your essence for marketing?
So the biggest currency right now is authenticity. So how do you know when someone's being authentic? I mean, let's face it, if you're doing a commercial or even an interview about your business or about your program, you have an agenda that you're trying to create something in. Well, anytime you have an agenda, you're having to put something out into the world in the way of a message. How do you ensure that that message is authentic, that it's real, that it's relevant? Well, the thing that you have to be doing is your own inner work. You have to be doing the inner game of speaking, the inner game of communication, the inner game of money. All of these allow you to have an energy that automatically allows people to see who you are. So the more congruent you can be in those moments, the more you can bring who you are to the table, the more you're attaching that authentic essence to your marketing message, and people listen.
Yeah, I love that the currency is authenticity. You should have like a quote on Instagram, you guys. That's that's an Instagram moment. Quote it. Okay, so
tweet as Oprah says.
Tweet. That's a tweet. Now we're Insta. Okay, well, so let's talk about the fast path to cash from perspective of how you guys actually implement. How do you actually help people do that specifically?
Well, I think it's important to understand that most new business owners, while they get tremendous value from what we do, they don't get as much value as someone who's been in the game of entrepreneurship for a few years, to where they realize the struggle it takes to market yourself effectively. And so when they come to us, they know they're extremely brilliant, but Heather, these are brilliant people that have been able to excel in other areas of their life, been able to follow a formula for success.
Sorry, our doggies are saying
but when it comes to their business, they're struggling like they've never struggled before. And the answers that got them results and the systems that got them results aren't working in this marketplace. So we've been able to break it down and clear out the clutter, because one of the biggest challenges that entrepreneurs have is clarity. So when you get clarity of your message, clarity of the process that you use, We have 3 simple steps that Shannon can go over with you and what we call our Speak Your Path to Cash system.
Nice. Okay, what is it?
Yeah. So like Mark said, so many brilliant experts are just spinning their wheels in a sea of overwhelm, of confusion, in this crowded marketplace. Social media has gotten cray cray. And what happens is the potential clients can't discern between you, like a real expert versus somebody that just started like last Tuesday and has some sexy photos.
Right.
So how do you separate yourself from your competition? How do you stand out in a noisy and crowded marketplace without just screaming louder? Right? Because nobody wants to be screamed at, I mean,
I do. I like to be screamed at.
Like
That's different. I'm kidding. I agree. It's really crowded. I mean, Shannon, it's really, really crowded. So that's a great point. How do your clients, how are they, by the way, hello, puppy.
Yeah, puppies. And the gardeners just literally came.
Of course.
If it gets too much, just let me know. Yeah.
No, that's fine. No, but it's a great point, right? It's like, how do you actually get part of, how do you go through the noise of the, we'll do that. Mark, so how do you actually, as a speaker, because it's really noisy out there as a speaker, how do you cut through that clutter like that?
Well, with our Speak Your Path to Cash system, the biggest thing, to cut through the clutter specifically, you have to have an advanced message. And this is the most difficult thing for people to find because it's not really something you find or discover on your own. Yes, that can happen, but it's a long cycle for it to be revealed. Where if you have someone who's really an advanced messaging strategist, they pull that out of you. So one of the things that we're really good at doing with our clients is getting them to bark. She's being difficult.
She's barking. No, it's okay. This is welcome home. It's a puppy. Go ahead.
And so one of the things that we found is that when you are able to bring in your wounds, your blessings, your calling, the things that you've been through, and realize that you have been shaped for a destiny to serve people in a certain way, and you identify how to make that serving, now your message is going to be relevant. You also need to really be super clear of the ideal client you're serving and the specific problem you solve. Once you have those things in place, then you can follow the 3 steps. So step number 1 is you got to get the speaking gigs. And we're talking local speaking gigs right in your own hometown, right there in your own backyard, Chamber of Commerce, Rotary, women's groups. They're all over the place once you start looking for them. So you want to get the low-hanging fruit of your small local speaking gigs. I mean, that's what Shannon and I did. And we made over $400,000 in our first 10 months of business without a website, all through local speaking gigs and events, and using those to leverage our time and our expertise because we had a message. We
didn't use any social. We didn't even have a business card, Heather. Okay. So especially for those of you that are just starting out and you're thinking, oh, I need social and I need Insta and I need Facebook and I need all these things. I need a website. Actually, you don't need any of that to get started. What you do need is a message. Okay, so you need to be marketing to a specific group of people and a specific problem. So we were really crystal clear about our ideal client and the problems that we can help them solve. And that's why it really took off.
So the first step is get more speaking gigs. Okay, and Shannon explained to you why it starts to take off is because you have your message dialed in. And the second thing is what a lot of speakers do is we've all been to events where speakers have made an offer and you get a table rush of people to the back of the room to buy your product. It's very sexy. And it's the idea of, wow, look at all this money I made at one point in time. The challenge is that most audiences have become tired of the pitch fest. So if you're going to make an offer from the stage, you really need to know what you're doing. You need to do it at the right timing. And that's why we suggest that from the stage, you actually offer a free gift.
And this is step number 2.
This is step number 2. So in your talk, it's structured in a specific way so that it's persuasive. And then in addition to that, you are making a specific ask of offering a free gift. And typically that gift is going to be in the form of an enrollment conversation or a strategy session.
So whether you're a coach, a consultant, an author, a financial planner, a real estate agent, it doesn't really matter.
Even brick and mortar.
Yeah, even brick and mortar businesses. I mean, we have Bonnie Sita in the Bay Area who has a dance studio for kids. So as long as you need to market to get clients, the Speak Your Path to Cash system will work for you because essentially you're using what we call your signature talk, your go-to talk that you use every single time, and you're using that to get leads. Okay, so signature talk marketing. And that's why it helps you to stop spinning your wheels, because you don't have to be doing all of these other marketing strategies. You can just focus on speaking your path to cash.
So let me ask you a quick question. How does one find local groups? Because I think coming from the seminar space, there's big events. We all kind of know those, easier targets. But how do you find local, in your back door kind of events?
Yep.
That's really great.
So meetup.com is an amazing resource. There's over 750,000 groups worldwide on Meetup. So wherever you live in the world, you could easily create your own Meetup group. Now, what we like about creating your own Meetup group is now you have a stage. So once you have a stage, you have an asset. Once you have that asset, you could do a stage trade with other local meetup organizers in your own hometown. So now you have something to be able to negotiate and leverage. And you're gonna add?
Yeah, and then there's 3 steps. So once you get the gigs, you make your free offer, or you make your offer for a gift. That is for a strategy session. And then in the strategy session, you need to be able to package your programs and services to solve a specific problem. And when you do it that way, you can charge a minimum of $2,000. So you're standing in your value, you're putting together a robust, typically 90-day program that starts at a minimum of $2,000. So that when you do a speaking gig and you get 5, 10, 15 leads, qualified leads that are raising their hand and say, I want to learn more, when you convert 20, 30, 40% of those leads, you're now looking at having a $10,000 a month. So we are at a place now that every time we take the stage, it generates a minimum of $10,000, usually much more, because you understand how the game on the back end is played. And that's what this is all about. It's about you being able to put out a great personification of your brand through your message on stage. You invite people who want to learn more to come into your world through a sales conversation. And then in that sales conversation, you convert them to an awesome, sexy, juicy program that changes their life. And it works.
It works. Yeah. So one of the things I loved is I got a chance to go to one of your meetups on accident, as we talked about. It was super fun. I literally was like, hey, what are y'all doing here? Yeah. So like, oh, this is your meetup. I get to hang out and watch you guys really kill it. And what was interesting to me, it was the first time I've ever seen a meetup where there was an offer. You had an offer. It was a great offer. And I just love that. And so one of the things that you talked about is one of your events out there. You have upcoming events throughout the year. What are those events that you guys are doing? And what does that look like?
Yeah, so our signature event called Big Impact Experience, that's where we teach our entire Speak Your Path to Cash system, and there's nuances, right? So you were asking, Heather, like, how do you get the speaking gigs?
Yeah.
Well, at the event, we're going to show you 5 main ways to get more speaking gigs. Maybe you're getting the gig, but you don't necessarily know even what to talk about. So we'll give you some tips as to what to put into your signature talk to make it persuasive.
Or you might already be speaking and you're like, well, I'm getting compliments, not clients. So we can show you how to shift up your talk so that you're getting clients, not just compliments at the end of the talk.
I love that. No compliments, just clients.
That's right.
You like the compliments.
Can take the compliments.
I mean, that's fine too. But let's face it, compliments don't pay the bills.
They don't pay the
That's
bills.
true. Like, thank you so much. Thank you. Where's the money? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So
I also think it's important. Most people love personal development. That's why the coaching industry is just taken off. People love to grow. They're looking for ways of change to becoming the best that they can become. But one of the things they don't recognize is that just getting information does not lead to transformation. So one of the things that happens is you could get some great tools, but implementing those tools as a regular course of business or a regular course of your life is where people really get hung up. And that's why we have the Big Impact Experience, because we're going to give you an experience each day, which moves the needle on literally having an internal shift within your body and within your mind. So day one, we're focusing on clarity. We want to get you super clear on why are you spinning your wheels? Why is it so hard for this brilliant person that you are, the amount of studying that you've been doing, the amount of programs that you've done? Why are you not seeing it show up in your bank account?
We actually have a section on day one, Heather. You're going to love it. It's called Why Your Niche is Such a Bitch.
oh my God, I love that.
It's really fun.
That's an Insta. That's an Insta. That's
It
an
is
Insta.
yeah, exactly.
That's exactly. Why you're ninja bitch. Okay, tell me more about that.
Yeah,
That's
and then
great.
in day 2, we continue with going inward and really developing those inner game tools around your relationship with your own power. What we see is that entrepreneurs give away their power. Typically, people that are in the world of coaching are helpers. They're people that want to help people. So oftentimes they're people pleasers and they give away their power. I know for me, for years, I would give my power away to women. I give my power away to men. And it started in the conversation with money. So if you're going to be having money conversations, if you're going to be in the world of business, you have to have integrity around money, the way you talk around that. So you have to have personal power with the way you spend your money, the way you track your money, the way you monetize, the way you manage. All of those things come down to that sense of power.
And so we do the whole weekend long, we do really fun speaker skill drills. So you're going to actually get to practice being in your power. How do you own your power from the stage? How do you monetize that power in an authentic, conscious way, right? So we have all these really fun speaker skill drills. So you literally become a better speaker over the 3 days that we're together with all these little tools and tips that we're going to give you.
Nice. I love that. Okay, so it's 3 days and I'm super excited. I'm going to be coming to one upcoming. So how many times do you do this event throughout the year?
We do this one twice a year. Usually it's in the spring and in the fall, usually.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so it sounds like it's really an immersion experience.
It is.
Well said, really well said. And that's why we call it Big Impact Experience. I mean, Shannon and I are a product of this industry. We've walked on fire. We've done Landmark. We've listened to every podcast that you possibly can. If you've hired a mentor, we've probably hired them at least twice. You know, we've been through this. And so we created the event that we felt is missing in the marketplace. And it needs to have that rock concert, fired up energy of motivation, but it needs to have some depth and substance of change and spirituality, as well as the step-by-step business processes and content that move the needle on what you're doing in your business. So, you know, it's kind of like Eckhart Tolle meets Tony Robbins meets Bon Jovi. And we're going to fire you up and we're going to take you deep. You're going to feel and you're going to look at your business completely different.
I love that. Bon Jovi meets what?
Tony Robbins meets Eckhart Tolle.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Eckhart Tolle like hanging out with Bon Jovi, but
know,
hey,
That's right.
Well, that's what Big Impact is all about.
Absolutely.
Bon Jovi, you are good.
You meditate.
Right.
I'm going to hang
Like, awesome. Okay, so I'm super excited about that. Where can people find this? Where can they find the program? Where can they go learn more about it?
Yeah, so head over to bigimpactexperience.com. It tells you all about the event. The upcoming dates are there. You can go ahead and get registered. I think we're running an event special right now, so you can get your event special ticket. And it's awesome. You're going to learn the entire Speak Your Path to Cash system, so you can learn how to get those free talks and turn them into $10,000 or more.
And remember that URL, big impact experience.com.
BigImpactExperience.com.
And that'll get you all the information you need.
Yeah, this is great. I'm super excited because I'm coming up soon. And so I think after I go through the experience, I'd love to have a conversation with you guys about what I got out of it. I know for myself, one of the challenges I've been dealing with as a speaker, and I'm out there too, the thing that kind of was like, oh, I need this, the thing that pulled me towards this was my signature talk. The reason why for myself, the challenge with that is like, I know a lot. Right. And when you know a lot of stuff in marketing or be a particular niche, whatever that is, niche is a bitch, that it's niche is a bitch because you know a lot. And you're like, well, what do you want me to talk about? I could talk about la 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 la. Right. And I remember about a while ago, someone's like, you need a signature talk. And I was like, and then you guys popped in my life. I'm like, perfect. So, because we can't see it, you can't see it inside of ourselves. And because I'm like, I don't know what my signature talk is. So I'm hoping that my intention in 3 days, I can come back and go, this is my signature talk. And so when I am out there, I can be, this is my signature talk. This is what I talk about. These are the things that people get out of it. Yeah. But no matter what I'm selling on the back end, it could alter, right? Those things change and differentiate. And so actually, I'm going to say this, and I think this happens. I got pinholed into a specific niche on accident. I wrote my book out, Sexy Boss, and then I got pigeonholed into a signature talk called From Bankruptcy to Sexy Boss. And it's been okay. Like people pinholed me in that. I was known for that. However, like I didn't really like it because for myself, it was all about the bankruptcy. People were like, oh, the failure. So I would spend 10 minutes talking about failure. And nothing's wrong with sharing failure. I'm a big authentic person in that. However, I just don't think it always adds as much value as a different. So I'm hoping to change my signature talk.
It sounds like you're ready for what we would call a reinvention.
I am.
So what we see is that really, when you said, I've got so much that I could share, you're really speaking the truth to people who we serve, which are these brilliant badasses that are motivated, fired up, organized. But it's like, I've got so much content to share. I don't know. And it really comes down to, what do you leave out? And that's what we help you get some clarity on at Big Impact. And you begin to see why you're why your focus is off, because there's so many things that are taking up your mental real estate that ultimately the focus it takes to make money, attract clients is being fractionated. And and you need to get it infused. And that's what we help you do at the event.
Nice. That's true. Well, I need that. Good, I'm going. Okay, that works. So, yay! I'm super excited about this. Let's do the URL one more time so people know where to find you guys.
Yeah. BigImpactExperience.com, and you'll learn all about the event. You'll see the next dates coming up, and grab your event special. It's going to be an awesome event.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Heather.
Heather.
Appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Mark and Shannon. Am I doing that right? Was it?
Yeah,
you're
going to
All right, guys, this is Heather Havenwood. Check it out, BigImpactExperience.com. I'm going to be there, so check it out. It really is. When you are a speaker, you've got to have that signature talk. It's really important. And these Mark and Shannon are the best of the best of the best of the best. I've broken bread with them. I've been in their home, and it's just this amazing people, and they're authentic and real. And I can honestly say, somebody who's been in the business experience or speaking experience since 2001, there's a lot of shysters out there, and I just highly recommend working with Mark and Shannon, because they're just authentic, they're real, they know what they're doing, they understand the business, and they can actually help you make real money in speaking. So I'm super excited about that.
Thank you so much,
Awesome, Heather.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.